Welcome back, guys, our playthrough of Pokemon Crystal. I almost said Gold again. Okay, so we got our Pokemon team, which consists of 3 starters. I've established that we're probably not going to keep them around, but we are on the day and night cycle, which means that this idiot, I have to go catch a couple Pokemon real fast. I don't need him to show me how to catch Pokemon. I think I know. Yeah, well, fine. Anyway, if you want to catch Pokemon, you have to. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna build the team, the likes of which we've never had before. I told you guys that I would grab the community's most liked. I keep on saying upvoted, but most liked suggested nicknames, and that would be what we gave our starters, and that's what happened. That's why Cyndaquil is Totodile, Totodile is Dave, etc. I am sort of thinking. I really want to have Furt on the team again. But I'm gonna go against it. We played with Furt in the Gold, and Furt is one of my favorite Pokemon. So I'm like, do I want to catch Sentret and level it up? But I don't think I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna go ahead and just disregard that for now. I have a lot of training I need to do to get the team ready for the first gym. Okay, so here's the plan. Here's the goal. Here's what we're gonna be doing. We are gonna go up to the grass patch up here, and there are 2 Pokemon that I want to catch: a Poliwag and a Hoppip. Poliwag seems to be pretty common in this grass patch, at least. I don't know if it's just like the general route. Well, of course it probably is. That's how Pokemon works, but I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go Poliwag because I want to have a Poliwrath, and I want that to replace Dave. I love it. I do love the Dave, though. That's really funny. I do love that. And I can't take credit for that. So Rodney came up with Dave, and I believe it was a someone named Smogr, S-M-O-G-R, suggested that Cyndaquil be named Totodile, so that's where we got that one. And then Willow was user Rectangle Boy, who is actually my IRL friend. He was like, name it Willow. His justification for why we should name it Willow was kind of surprising. I was like, I don't like your reasoning, but okay, let's do it. And that was, he was like, it needs to be, what? Okay, I'm actually gonna read the comment because I don't think my memory of what he said is as funny as what he actually said. So let me find this. Okay, so just as a final reminder, we did a community poll to determine the nickname of the starters that we got, and there were 96 votes that said they wanted that participated in the polls. 96 votes. Of the 96, 54 said Cyndaquil, and then 23 for Chikorita, 23 for Totodile, but lo and behold, we got all 3, and so I grabbed the nicknames. So Smogr was the number 1, saying the starter should be Cyndaquil with nickname Totodile. And then, for some reason, Willow, from the Willow Smith song, I Whip My Hair Back and Forth. Maybe it's because of the leaf, I don't know. You know what, I'm sorry, I remember that being funnier. Oh, that was funny. Okay, all right, let's see, let's get back to it. I want to grab Poliwag. That's the main goal in this episode, which shouldn't be too hard. And then I gotta level it up. It's so funny, I got a lot of comments on that poll, but like not a lot of people actually left a suggestion of the nickname. Only a handful of people like paid attention to that. It's almost like they were justifying like why you need to pick that particular starter. It was like, oh, you should pick Chikorita because so-and-so, or oh, Totodile because of this. It's like, I mean, you don't need to tell me why. Just click the poll button and you know, and I'll know exactly where you want me to focus on what starter. Like, tell me the nickname that you want it to have. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I also had another poll that went up today. Well, I guess I'm recording this on a Thursday, but it went up on Friday. But you can take a look at the community tab and be up to date on the community sections. And I did a community poll about another game, and man, I hate talking about other games if they don't relate to the one that I'm playing, because I just don't think it really has a place in the conversation. But it is something that's in the back of my mind. There is a let me keep it vague, okay? Just so you can see where I'm at mentally with the idea, but we won't talk about the game itself because I don't want to take away from the Crystal experience. So we've played a lot of Pokemon games on the channel, right? And this is another Gen 2 game. It's the 3rd time we've done Gen 2. We did Crystal, and then I had a corrupt save file 6-7 years ago, and then we had Gold now, or as of like a few days, like immediately right before this playthrough, so a few days earlier than this one going up. So, and then of course this one. So it's 3 Gen 2 games. And I've just been thinking a lot about Pokemon, and someone had said, like, be careful going from Gold to Crystal because you don't want to get burned out. And I was like, you're 100% right. That's very true. But the big thing for me was that I wanted to redo Crystal, and I'll get to my point in a minute. I wanted to redo Crystal because so many people asked for it, and I thought that, you know, you guys had asked so much. I've never had anyone ask so much for Pokemon Crystal. Or I've never had anyone... Hold on, let me, how do I want to word this? There has not been any game at all that's been as requested on my channel as Pokemon Crystal. Everyone who was watching it, I guess, over the years was just like, are you ever going to finish this? Are you going to do more? Blah, 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 whatever. And ultimately, it just turned into, like, multiple excuses from me. And now I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to jump in there. And I'm kind of, I brought this up before, but I don't like how when I first started doing YouTube, I did Pokemon Red and then jumped right into Crystal. I don't know why I did it like that. I think it's just because I really wanted to play Crystal after. I wanted to do Red from the nostalgia, and then I was like, okay, let's do all the remakes. But I should have started with Yellow by that logic. But really, the smarter way to do all this, if there was proper planning and not just me flying on a whim, I should have done either Red and Blue back to back, then Gold and Silver back to back, blah, blah, blah. That would have burnt me out. And I'm glad I didn't do it that way, because that would have sucked. I think what we should have done was Red, then Gold, then Ruby, then Diamond, and then Black. And then it should have been Blue, and Silver, Sapphire, Pearl, and White. And then it should have been Yellow, Crystal, Emerald, and Platinum. That's how I should have done it. And then special games at the end: Fire Red, Heart Gold, Leaf Green, Soul Silver. If I could go back and change it, that's how I would have done things. That's how I would have done it. Since I didn't do it that way, I did Blue, I did Red. Well, I went through a whole bunch of games, but more recently it was Blue, Yellow, Gold, Crystal. And I'm only doing this Crystal one just to kind of see a comparison between what it was like. Are they only available at night? Because I feel like I'm not running into Poliwag here. Gotta take a look at this. I thought it was at daytime. Where is it? Oh, it is at night. Damn it. Poliwag is nighttime. Shoot. That's fine, I guess. Might have to grab that in the next episode. And then what about... Hoppip has a 5% chance in the morning and the day, and then not at night. Okay, Hoppip was the other one that I wanted to catch, because I wanted to get Jumpluff on the team as well. That's going to be my grass type. But anyway, so going from gold to Crystal, I thought would have enough of a difference to keep me from burnout, and especially because people were asking for this. And because Blue and then Yellow and then Gold especially had a fairly significant audience, all things considered, for my channel. So I was like, okay, there's got to be people that want to watch Crystal again. But my worry now is that I'm like, man, after all these years, I just can't help but thinking to myself, I'm like, is it possible that everyone who is asking for Crystal is like, has moved on and they're not interested any longer? That's a scary thought to me. Because as someone who's like doing YouTube, I'm thinking about the future as just as much as the present. Like I reflect on the past, I think about what I'm doing now in the present, and then I think about what's happening in the future. There's a lot of different avenues that I can take. And the hardest thing, I think, from a YouTube perspective is that I need to make sure that there's an audience, because otherwise I can't continue doing YouTube. Like I want to do YouTube for the fun of it. I want to hit 100,000 subscribers. That's always been my goal. But as things have been growing, as people have been involved, I'm like, you know what? Like, it kind of feels like I could make a career out of this, but we're so far away from that. Like we're not even close to career, not even like 1% close of like career stuff. It would, man, I would have to be at the rate in which like I'm making money from like estimated revenue. Because like on average, I think my videos, like on a whole, I'll just tell you, I make maybe about $44 a week from YouTube. Like that is nothing. $44 a week. Which, well, I mean, think about it. So it's like, so YouTube actually has, there's a lot of work that goes into YouTube, but let's say on average, the majority of my videos are 30 minutes. So that's about an hour a day, maybe, give or take. Let's just say it's just an hour a day. So that's 7 hours a week of YouTube at bare minimum. That's not counting other special playthroughs like that I do that might be, you know, way longer than that, or the shorts, which are also like a minute, so we can kind of ignore those, I guess. But I think with the shorts are actually harder than the videos, because the videos I don't need to edit much unless I'm doing a very unique how-to. I can just sit here and play the game. I can talk to you. I can do my thing, and then I got to slap my intro and outro on it, and then boom, we're done. With a short, yeah, the end result is a 45, 50 second like clip or you know, short form video, but I have to work hard to record the audio, create the images, track down any like GIFs or PNGs that I have to put in that to try to like spice it up a little bit. I have to time it right. I have to edit the audio. I have to bring like the audio levels to like an equal footing. I have to do a lot. Like there's a lot that goes into it, like a lot. And so I probably spend more than an hour on each individual short, and I do a short every single day, unless like the short doesn't take off, then I take it down and I re-upload it the next day, hoping that maybe it'll get picked up by the algorithm. Lately, I've been getting stomped. I don't know what the hell is going on. The algorithm has been really weird, like for shorts. And I think they changed something significantly, at least in regards to my channel, because like I'm not getting anything now. They're not getting picked up at all. Because like, I'll be perfectly honest. This is the shorts. There is an algorithm, like there's a system in place that 100% of the time for like almost 100 uploads, okay, in the shorts department, over 100 days in a row, 100% of the time, whatever time that I chose, yes, to upload the video, okay, whatever time, it doesn't matter if it was 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., or noon Pacific Standard Time, 100% of the time, I watched as the views stayed stuck at about 10, 12, 20 views until 6 hours to the minute later of when I uploaded it, and then it would take off every single time up until maybe just about a week ago. And it stopped happening, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know why it stopped happening, but it did. And so then I pulled down the video, and then I uploaded it, and I did that for 3 days, the short, and it never got picked up. And I was like, what the flippin' heck is going on here? And then so then I pulled it down on the 4th day, I think is what it was, and then I uploaded it, and then it took off again at at 6 hours later to the dot every single time. And then it got 1.3k views, so 1,300 views. And but since then, nothing has really been getting picked up, and I'm like, what is the deal? Like, they're not getting picked up at all, like from you know. And so I've noticed now in the past like 3 shorts, excellent. The past 3 shorts that I've had, that I've uploaded, they all got picked up roughly about like within the hour of the initial upload, which was very odd to me, because that's normally not how it's done. But they don't get any views at all. Like they're just like dead. They just go out, and then it's like, okay, here's 10 views, 20 views, 40 views, 100 views. It's dead. I'm like, okay, all the time and effort putting into these shorts, now the algorithm is killing me. I don't know what's happening. Cottonweed Pokemon. It can be carried away on even the gentlest breeze. It may even float all the way to the next town. Okay, cool. No. All right, so Hoppip's on the team now. That means Chikorita is probably going to have to take a backseat, which sucks. I know. I didn't even really get a chance to use it. But I wanted to do a team that I've never used before, and that was important to me. I'll have to grab Poliwag a little bit later. Damn, that's too bad. Because I was thinking to myself, like, I had the opportunity here to grab Poliwag, but Poliwag only shows up at night. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was like a daytime Pokemon. But yeah, it's at the time of this recording, it's like just a little bit after 5 p.m. and nighttime hits at 6 p.m. So it's not going to be too bad. I can always grab Poliwag after the fact. I'm wondering though, I feel like I'm going to disappoint a lot of people by getting rid of Chikorita, because like everybody wanted me to have Cyndaquil. Actually, I'm going to irritate everybody, I think, with this choice. Like I had Cyndaquil as like the #1 Pokemon that people wanted to see, and I'm like, now I'm just going to get rid of it for another fire type later. And then now that we have sucks. And then Totodile's here, who is probably my favorite. Like, I think Cyndaquil has, like, I think Typhlosion is my favorite. I would say my favorite final stage, but Totodile by itself is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. I freaking love Dave, though. That's so good. I love just Dave. That's so good. Go, Dave! Oh, that's funny. All right. But we're going to go ahead and put Chikorita in the box. I know, I'm sorry. Those of you guys that were looking forward to having Chikorita, I kind of feel like a total bag of D's here. I know, it sucks. And I think... Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do these two, and then I'm gonna shuffle these around. I know, dude, I know, this is really annoying, but I have to do this. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna redo this. Let's go ahead, I'm gonna move this around a little bit. We'll have Totodile for a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and move this to Hoppip as well. And then I'm going to disable the other ones. Okay, bink. All right. I know, man, I'm sorry. I feel bad for those of you guys that participate in that poll and that's what you wanted. But, like, I have to think about long term. Like, how am I going to do this Pokemon thing and keep it interesting? In order to do that, I have to have a unique team. And I think having a unique team that we've never had before is the way to go. I think that's the wisest decision. Just to keep it fresh. And Totodile will go the way of Cyndaquil and Chikorita as well once we get Poliwag, because I really want a Poliwrath. I think that would be fun. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now we're going to do some grinding, and we're just going to do some casual talking here. And I don't know. I don't have... Damn, I was really hoping that maybe we could do... I don't know, maybe I could do a little bit in building the team with Poliwag, but since I can't get it just yet. Okay. I think what's going to be tough... Oh, we're going to heal up real fast. We need to build up Totodile. He's going to be the one to stomp until we can get Poliwag. I keep thinking, and I'm trying to be like, how am I going to do this? What Pokemon do I want? How do I progress here? But anyway, so back to my point. Okay, so the shorts are tanking as well. And that's just algorithmically I'm being punished. I don't know what the problem is, but I can't do anything about it. But I've said many times, as much as I love Pokemon, as much as I do Pokemon content on the channel, I'm not a Pokemon, like, YouTuber, despite the fact that I have content that features Pokemon, you know? And ideally, I want to, remain a variety channel. Did I grab this berry? Yeah, sweet. And there's a game coming out that I really want to play, but it's a big-time RPG, and I'm like, man, how am I going to take that on as a game? Is there going to be any interest in that? Is that going to be a thing that people care about? Like, there's so many questions I have from that. I have no idea how people are going to feel about this game. And I'm going to be putting a lot of effort and time into doing it. And the poll that I put up was like, should I do this daily? Do you care? Or like, is this going to be something that you don't want to see? And I just put up the poll, so I don't expect there to be like a lot of responses right now. There's only 8 votes. And right now, it's like, there's 8 votes. 4 have said yes. 1 has said, I don't care, do what you want. And then 3 have said, no, don't do it. But, I mean, you know, that doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things just yet, because the numbers aren't high enough. My polls typically do well after a couple of days. It takes a little while for YouTube to start reflecting the results and everything, but let's grab this too. I don't know. There's just a lot to think about. Because going back to the idea of getting burned out with Pokemon, I was like, well, I thought Crystal would be fresh enough from Gold that I would be okay. I think with the quality of life changes, the minor story adjustments, being a female trainer, and then choosing a team that I've never had before are all things that I think would be like absolutely perfect for the game. So I think in doing that, that'll keep it fresh enough as well. I need to see exactly what Pokemon are around here though. So according to Bulbapedia, there's nothing really interesting here except Poliwag at night, which is a 20% chance of showing up. There's your Caterpies, Metapods, Weedles, Kakunas, but that's divided amongst Gold, Silver, and Crystal. It's not necessarily all on Crystal. Yeah, so... Yeah, Poliwag will have to grab. What else do we have? Headbutt, Chance, Execute can be captured really early. Spinarak is in here. Yeah, Apom is the only one. In Gold and Silver, you can find Heracross. Pineco is available in this area. Yeah, I'm not interested in any of that. Okay, I'm curious, though. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to look something up. I want to know... Okay, so we are... Alright, so we got our starter. Helm's Lab. So we're heading to Violet City next, but my team is not anywhere near strong enough. What do we have over there? Yeah, still... So Poliwag is only available at night. Even on Route 31, once we get there, 30% chance at night. And there's no other interesting Pokemon except for Hoppip, which I'm going to have to deal with later. There's a 5% chance of a Ghastly kind of early. That would be interesting. Although I did say that I didn't want to have Pokemon on the team that I've had before, so I think that's something else to think about. Like, okay, like I don't want to, like I really want to keep it fresh. I don't want to do that. Damn. I got to think about that. I did get a lot of people that said they wanted to see Gengar this time. It's been a while since I've had a Gengar on the team, but I have had one before. So I might make the exception with Ghastly. Because we haven't had... I don't think we've had a Ghost-type Pokemon in a little while. I think the most recent playthrough that had a Ghost-type was probably Pokemon Violet, because I had gotten Ceruledge on that one. Something like that. Okay, let's take a look at the map and see exactly where we can go. Well, I might make this video a little bit longer. How do we get up to that route? Because I went over here. Is it blocked by these guys? Oh, there's trainers here now. They want to battle. Okay. This was blocked by trainers before. That's how. I just lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak. Come on, let's battle. Okay, easy, bitch. This guy. But yeah, so I'm torn, man. Like, there's an RPG that I really want to play. But, like, I do 2 games a day. So, what I might end up doing... Because I haven't done a scary game in a little while. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Like, this is the thing that's weird. Is I notice a lot of people just look at my, like, the latest uploads. But you guys... Not a lot of you guys, or at least if you do, you're not saying anything, and I'm not seeing it. But, I have over 100 beaten games on the channel. Okay, I've completed over 100 games. And I've noticed that there's not a lot of involvement in that from the perspective of people, like, seeing my content and then migrating over to other playthroughs. Oh, it's Youngster Joey. All right. And it's kind of funny, though, because when I'm doing playthroughs, whether it be Pokemon or something else, I get a lot of people like, oh, you should play this game next. Oh, you should play that game next. And I'm like, I've already beaten that game. I beat that game like 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 5 years ago. Like, go take a look. And like, I get that a lot, and I'm just like, man, no one looks at the playlist thing. And so like, I don't want to say that I'm out of touch per se, but I don't think that I'm connected in the same way as an audience member is. Like, so because I make videos, because I do playthroughs and I do all this stuff, I know how I want to format and deliver the content that I push out. So that means that usually, let's buy 10 just to be on the safe side. That means usually I am in tune with things a little bit. Like, okay, let's say that I'm going to a YouTuber that I really like, and I go there and I'm looking at their content. I know how I lay out my channel, so I know how to look for things that I want to see that they've made, and I don't know if people are doing that here on my channel yet. And if you guys are, no one's leaving comments or feedback to confirm that, but I'm getting more comments suggesting games that I've beaten than I understand. I'd be like, have you looked at my channel? Like, have you seen like what I've done? Like, why are you recommending I play games that I beat like a long time ago? Like, what's the deal? I don't understand. What was my point with all this? I don't even know what I'm saying. But anyway, so I guess what I'm saying is like there's a lot of content on the channel for people to watch, and if you've noticed that I have different sections on the channel. Like if you look at my channel, at the front page, I have a bunch of different sections. I've got the daily uploads, of course. I have the shorts. I have active playthroughs, which consist of, you're a Pokemon trainer, right? Then you have to battle. I have 3 live playthroughs going on right now, including this one that you can see. They're all displayed quite neatly together. And then I have broken down sections where it's like, okay, here's all walkthroughs, playthroughs, which is every game that I've beaten. There's an interview section for my in like podcast section, which are the same playlist, which has some really good stuff there. And then I have like a Pokemon section, which is like all the Pokemon games, including a separate playlist I made that include tips and tricks and other interesting things that you might want to take a look at. And I guess I'm just thinking like, okay, among those sections as well, I have the Mark After Dark section, which I am very proud of. Like I actually I owe a lot to PewDiePie in that regard, because he was someone that really motivated me to want to make videos. Is I had watched a lot of PewDiePie's like earlier playthroughs, and a lot of it was like scary stuff and little things like that. And I feel like once he did that and got popular from it, people were going nuts trying to copy and emulate that. And some people found great success, but there was just far too many people doing scary games, and they were over the top and they were silly and obnoxious, and it was just like, you're not that scared playing a game, okay? Like, why is it convenient that you're playing a scary game and you happen to have like a really full drink that you haven't taken a sip from in one hand, and then like a bag of popcorn in the other hand? You're like, oh, you scream and you toss everything everywhere. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, this is like Disney Kids Channel level acting. It's just like, it's horrible. And I never wanted to do that, but I wanted to do scary games, so I did that. And I have a bunch. I've got a lot of scary games up there. I've been doing that for 3 years. But then there's a few games that I have been like, so with the scary games, I publish those at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time each and every day. I have not done a scary game in a little while. I'm not a trainer, but if you look one in the eyes, prepare to battle. But I have been playing games that I've published at 10 p.m. Instead of a bug Pokemon, I found a trainer. And like I did like there's a handful of games that aren't scary, but they're mature enough to where I was like, okay, there's a dark, sinister tone surrounding these games that while you wouldn't describe this as scary, I'm gonna put it in the Mark After Dark section. And that considered Max Payne 1 and 2 and 3. I put that trilogy in there while I was playing it. And then after I beat them, I took them out just because I didn't want to like confuse anyone who happened to stumble across the playlist, because like they're not scary games. And then I was doing LA Noire, which I really wanted to play, which is, I'm not quite sure how boring it is to watch yet, but it's a thinking game to an extent. And I'm invested in the story and the characters, but I feel like it's kind of it might be boring to watch, but give it a try if you want. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that one. But I put that one in the Mark After Dark section. And so what I'm getting at is this. So my channel has consisted of at least 2 videos a day every single day, one at 10 a.m. and one at 10 p.m. That's been the consistency with it. So that means every 12 hours you're getting a new Marcanine video, 2 videos a day, each and every day for 3 years. And I'm thinking, okay, well, if there's a game that I really want to play, I could stick to my typical 10 a.m. schedule. And then the game that I really want to play on the side, I could just upload that later in the afternoon or later in the evening or whatever, just so I can 31, just so I can play a game that I want to play, and then hopefully you guys will find some enjoyment in that. So I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do, you know, but I'm not quite sure yet. We've got a little bit of time. The game doesn't come out for a little while, and I figure I can beat this before that comes out, play a couple of the games before that, and then I can sort of like work around it. But that's the hardest thing I think about being a YouTuber, because I've talked about this in the past too, and I don't want to fall into this trap. Right now, Pokemon stuff is probably the most popular stuff on my channel right now. Dark Cave. If Pokemon could light it up, I explore it, okay? And because Pokemon stuff is the most popular right now, I have to keep that in mind, that if I step away from Pokemon, there's a good chance that my views would take a nosedive. And that sucks. I hate that. I caught a bunch of Pokemon. Let me battle with you. And so I'm in the position where I'm like, God, what do I do? Do I pander to the views, or do I just do what I want to do and hopefully, you know, that works out for me? I don't actually know. I really don't know. But I think for me right now, I'm kind of just going to do what I want. And I want to play Pokemon right now. People want to see Pokemon right now, so our interests are aligned. But I'm really hoping that people will be lenient and support my desire to play games that I want to play. But I don't think I'm ever going to be anything other than like a variety channel. At least that's not the plan. I don't see anything in the future where I'm going to like become a specific genre or niche or specific game channel. Like I'm not going to be just a Pokemon channel, you know. I'm not going to be a Grand Theft Auto channel. I'm not going to be a, you know, first-person shooter channel or something like that. You're never going to see this channel become a Call of Duty channel. Although I will say some of those genres are a little bit easier to grow in. Like the thing is with Pokemon is, damn it, while it is popular, my concern with it is that there's a lot of Pokemon YouTubers out there. I don't know if they're legitimate fans or if they're posing as one because they just want to grow on YouTube. I really don't know. It's possible. But I see so many people out there doing Pokemon that are really good at the content they make, whether they're fans or not. Like, they're really good at it. And so I'm just thinking to myself, like, I might as well, like, hold off. Yeah, I might as well hold off on trying to do, like, I don't want to do just Pokemon because there's already so many good Pokemon YouTubers out there. Yeah, there's the poison. Okay. Dave. So I don't want to do that, even if I do play Pokemon more. But I also don't want to pander. I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to just get stuck playing Pokemon. You know. I don't want to do that at all. Like it's hard because I know that going after the views is the right business choice, but I think that would make me unhappy. So I don't want to do that. That'll burn me out really fast. So I don't know. I am curious as to what the community says about that poll regarding content. Huh? I walked too far today looking for Pokemon. My feet hurt and I'm sleepy. If I were wild Pokemon, I'd be easy to catch. Okay. So I don't know. I hope that community is cool with the idea of me playing content I want to play, because otherwise, you know. I think that's the hardest part about being a content creator. I found a good Pokemon in Dark Cave. I'm going to raise it to take on Faulkner. He's the leader of Violet City's gym. Okay, let's go into Dark Cave then and just walk around and see what's in there right now. It's like, I hope people want to see the content that I play because they enjoy hanging out with me while we play it, you know? I want to feel like you guys are interested in me and not the game. You can be interested in the game too, understand, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I want you to want to hang out because you enjoy Marcanine, not necessarily you're here because of the content that I play. Like, there's a lot of things that I think we could like enjoy together, you know, but I'm just really hoping that you guys are open to the idea of a Switch. Like, I've seen a lot of YouTubers that I like get burned out on the games that they play, and they just like go on to another thing, and they have to start building their audience all over again because the community is built around the game, not the person, and that sucks. I do not want that. I do not want to be that. I do not want to be someone that is stuck with one thing. Like, if you ever see on my channel where it's just Pokemon and only Pokemon, I'm probably depressed. I just can't. I don't want Golem though. What is in let's see, let me see what's in Dark Cave real fast. I'm just curious. I'm also gonna refresh this poll. Did it change? Is there anybody else that updated? No, same thing. Okay. Zubat, Geodude, Dunsparce, and Teddy Ursa. Dunsparce has a 1% chance to appear. So there's really nothing that I can get here except maybe a Dunsparce, which I'm not completing a Pokedex. Okay. Geodude would probably be useful to an extent, but I'm not really into it right now. Let's move on to the next area, shall we? Worry about Dark Cave later. I don't know. I'm on the fence about some stuff. Why do I look like pasty red right now? Do you see that? Camera's like got me looking a little red. I'll have to change the settings after. Maybe I'm sunburnt. Am I sunburnt? Maybe it's that. I don't know. I'll always try to do my best to deliver content that I think is worth your time, but keep in mind that like the way I treat YouTube is that you and I are sitting next to each other hanging out and you're just chilling and I'm doing all the talking. And you know, maybe you're studying, maybe you're having some food, maybe you're, you know, sipping a soda or something like that. I don't know, whatever. What do the kids do? And we're just, you know, playing games together. Maybe that's it. I came too far out. I better phone home. No, I'm good. All right, cool. Well, I don't know. We've talked about a lot. I would encourage you guys to take a look at the community tab if you haven't done that yet. There's definitely more views per video than there are interactions on a lot of the videos and engagement on a lot of the posts. So I don't know. I mean, is it that difficult to pop on over and cast your vote on a poll? Is it that difficult to like click the like button? I don't know. But I want the community to be as involved and as engaged as much as possible. You know, I don't know. I don't want to see the channel die. And I think the only thing that keeps it alive is you guys. So I can't do anything without you. So just know that you guys are like so important to the success of this channel that I will never lose sight of that. But that's a conversation for the time, I guess. Regardless, though, thank you for chatting with me, or listening to me chat, I suppose, in this episode of our Pokemon Gold, or Gold, God, yeah, we did Gold. There was like over 50 episodes of Pokemon Gold, so I'm still like in my mind about that, because this is the same setting. I gotta train my brain to not say Gold. Crystal. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Pokemon Crystal. I will see you when we continue with more of our playthrough. New episodes debut at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on the Marcanine channel. But before you go, though, show your love, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Any feedback for me, leave in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to take a look at the description box. There's some links there that might be of interest to you, one of which is a link to the Marcanine Community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, you can chat with me directly. Otherwise, just know I appreciate you and your time, and I hope to see you when we continue more with our playthrough of Pokemon Crystal. All right, guys, that's it for me. Take care, be well. I'll see you next time. Later.